Hello and welcome to Soul Steps. I'm David Gallagher. I'm here on a beautiful autumn day at the Oregon coast, and I hope that you enjoy the scenery behind me. The beautiful ocean and the surf and the clouds, and if there's a little tiny bit of shaking to the camera, it's because there's a breeze blowing, as you can imagine. Thanksgiving dinners at the family's home can be stressful. And we all know that obviously sometimes politics and maybe even religion get in the way of an otherwise good time. And I was reading some words of wisdom from a counselor, a family therapist named Brittany Stewart. And she says this, she says, I think that once we differentiate, we go off to college, we move out of the house, we become our own people with our own ideas and thoughts, ideologies. But when we go back home, we're back in that place where we grew up. We go back to those formative years, she says, and they bring out those dynamics that maybe feel good in some ways, but in other ways can trigger some negative stuff. And she says if you find Thanksgiving Day with your family to be tense or stressful, you might want to practice some simple coping mechanisms that you can do while you're at the table. And she says here are two that you can do to calm yourself if you can't avoid difficult feelings or conflict at the dinner table. One is called box breathing. It's proven that regulating your breath can decrease stress. Box breathing is one technique to help you stay calm and is done in 4 steps. Number 1, exhale for 4 counts. Number 2, hold your breath for 4 counts. Number 3, inhale for 4 counts. And 4, hold your breath again for 4 counts. And she says, do this while you visualize drawing a box. I guess each count is one side of the box. The other way to de-stress or to calm yourself in a difficult situation at the Thanksgiving table is by doing what's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. She says when you feel yourself getting overwhelmed, scan your environment and try 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. And this exercise includes, as you can imagine, 5 steps. Number 1, identify 5 things around you that you can see. 2, identify 4 things that you can touch around you. Number 3, identify 3 things you hear. 2, identify 2 things you can smell. Hopefully, turkey, cooking, roasting, maybe a pumpkin pie smell being baked. Number 5, identify 1 thing you can taste. And I'm sure you can identify a number of things you can taste. But the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding can steady you when your thoughts are racing or you're getting upset. She says these are coping skills you can do in your head without anybody noticing. If Thanksgiving, she says, is constantly traumatic for you, you can also reimagine how you celebrate. Be mindful about how you want to spend your time and where it is most possible to feel safe. And maybe that means going to your family, and maybe it doesn't. But I want to suggest today, David Gallagher and Soul Steps wants to suggest another idea for how you cope with Thanksgiving. I want to encourage you as the day is coming up, and hopefully you've got some days so that you know exactly where you're going to be and who you're going to be with. But reflect, ponder, and pray over each family member that you know you're going to be with on Thanksgiving. And ask God to fill you with memories and thoughts about each of those family members. Maybe jot some notes down. But take some time before Thanksgiving. Be proactive and preemptive before you face people you're going to be with that day, to think about their character traits, their personalities, experiences and memories that you have about them that you can be thankful for. Even if they're people that you don't like, even if they're people that you typically don't have good memories about, ask God to show you the positive things about them ahead of time, and that will help you to prepare for your time together with them. And then take those thoughts, maybe those notes you've jotted down about positive memories, positive things about who they are. And I'm sure you can think of some positive things. But then at the dinner table, be bold enough to tell everyone that you'd like to share a couple of Thanksgiving thoughts with everyone about one or more of the people there at the dinner table. And after you do that, sit back and watch and see what happens, because you might just trigger a domino effect of other people sharing positive things about the people that you're with at the dinner table. As my own mother always says, accentuate the positive about people and eliminate the negative. Proverbs 12:25 says, anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. So the very people that you're anxious about being around, ask God to help you think about positive things that you can speak about them, because a kind word cheers up the heart. Believe me, the people that you're anxious about being around might just be anxious about being around you. And Ephesians 4:29 says, don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Go into Thanksgiving this year expectant that God's going to do good things, and just believe that He might use you to be the catalyst for all the positivity that can come around the dinner table. Thanks for watching Soul Steps today. It's so good to have you with us. If you'd like to reach out to us, write us at hello@soulsteps.org. Have a wonderful holiday season, and thanks for your support of us in prayer and through your giving. We are grateful. We are thankful for you today. God bless you.